Oh, it's almost summer.
It is almost, this semester went by really fast.
Let me tell you what I did over the spring break. Okay, I ordered, you know, that's what happens when you stay home and you watch TV and a lot of infomercials come at you. I ordered 5 spring dresses.
Okay. Nice.
And something else that I ordered was a jeans jacket. I have never had a jeans jacket. But
Really?
Yes. But I
Aw.
ordered a jeans jacket to go with my 5 spring dresses.
Oh.
So I'm excited about that.
There you go.
So you can be looking for that soon.
Not your jean jacket.
There's Beryl in her jeans jacket. You'll see me walking around campus. Okay,
Oh
let's
my
get started.
goodness. All my millennials, I know you're getting a kick out of that one.
I got
That's
jeans
like a
jacket.
signature there, the jean jacket. It's a classic. You can never go wrong
It's
with
a
it.
signature what?
That's a signature. Like you
Is
know how
that a
different
boomer thing?
No, you know how different generations have certain like telltale signs. Like skinny jeans and jean jackets are like a millennial like telltale.
That's a millennial? Well, I'm definitely not
Enjoy your jacket.
millennial.
That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just
okay.
saying, hearing you say that, it's like it makes my little millennial heart flutter because
Oh,
I
okay.
get it.
Millennial.
I get it.
Boomer.
There we go.
Millennial. Boomer. You know, now they're using millennial like a millennial.
It's been that way. Apparently, we kill
They
every
used to
industry.
call boomers boomers.
I mean,
Well, that's okay. That's all right. We got a millennial boomer kind of thing.
there we
going
go.
on.
You got my questions and you don't want to guess. I got a recommendations and that I can suggest. Yes, this library questions got a part of request. Here's Beryl and Laura with instruction request.
Okay. Hey, Ospreys. I'm Lauren Odom, and I'm the instruction librarian.
And I'm Beryl White-Bing. I am the virtual learning librarian, and we are
Instruction requests, where we talk about common research questions, helpful resources.
and innovative technology in the Thomas G. Carpenter Library.
Yes, yes. So for our research question of the day, I actually don't have a particular question. I wanted to highlight a resource that I didn't cover in the databases. So each semester I get a request for a chemistry class. Oh, so today we're talking about biomedical resources.
Right?
in the library. So we're talking about biomedical resources, and chemistry is a part of biomedical sciences. And so each semester I have a instruction class where I go into one of the chemistry labs and cover some of the resources that are useful for them. And I really wanted to highlight a database called Web of Science. We've talked about Web of Science before here, but I want to highlight it again because it is really useful for following. You can look up articles, but you can also follow particular researchers. So if you are in a field such as biomedical sciences, and you're doing a certain kind of research, maybe there's an area of biomedical science that you are following for, you're doing a particular kind of study of a disease process or a chemical analysis or something like that. There might be several researchers that you find commonly come up that do that kind of research, and you can find their other bodies of work and also find the researchers that are connected to them. So who are they doing their experiments with? Who are they publishing with? And so Web of Science will actually show you like a web of researchers. So you'll have your primary researcher, and then you'll have the different people who were a part of
Their clique.
their clique, their research clique, right? And so if you're like, okay, well, I really like
Beryl White-Bing.
Beryl White-Bing's work, and then you're able to see that, okay, these 5 people have done work with her, and you can see a list of all of her work. You can follow her studies. You can see all of the metrics and the analytics of her work, who's downloaded it, who's referenced her work, and that kind of thing. And then you can go and check out these related researches, essentially, because if I'm doing work with Beryl, maybe I'm doing something similar. And so that's a way to find other kinds of research in your field.
That would be fun, a fun little project for students to like say, put their instructor in, see what kind of work they're doing and who they're working with.
See who they're working with. That's an excellent idea.
Yeah.
When you do a search in OneSearch and you open a record, we've talked before about citation paths. We're not going to go into that at the moment, but oftentimes when you scroll to the bottom of that resource, it will say Clarivate, which is the parent company of Web of Science, and then it'll have like a number there. So that particular article, you can find it on Web of Science and then find information around everybody who was involved in the development of that article. Yeah, Web of Science is a great place, especially if you might need to work backwards, which I think we talked about. I don't remember what, it might have been chemistry, the chemistry episode. But I wanted to highlight the Web of Science as a fantastic research, not just for searching articles the way that you would in OneSearch or any of our other databases, but for the relationship that you can find between researchers and the kind of, like I said, references, downloads, the analytics of those people's work that they're doing. Yeah. So.
That sounds good.
Oh, yeah. Web of Science is serious business.
I use it a lot.
Yeah, I like Web of Science.
And many times in Web of Science, it may not have the actual article, but it'll have that find it at UNF button, which takes you back into OneSearch and it shows you where it is or provides an avenue for you to request the article.
Yes.
Via interlibrary loan.
Yeah, you might find an article you like and maybe we have it in OneSearch, but maybe that researcher has another article that we don't have, and you can request it as an interlibrary loan. For sure. All right. So what's happening in instruction? We're winding down here.
We're winding down to the end of the semester. Is that song? It's conference season. It's conference season.
It is, yes.
It's conference season. The Florida Library Association conference is coming up. The American Library Association conference is coming up. There's the Generative AI in Libraries conference coming up. The Hot Topics conference.
Hot Topics conference is
coming up. So there's a lot of conferencing going on in the next couple of weeks.
Yes.
So that's pretty much what's going on for me. I'm going to ALA. I'm not sure. Are you going to ALA?
No, not this year.
Okay, I'm going to ALA. I'm not presenting this year.
Yeah.
So I'll be going as an attendee.
Okay.
And I am going to do the generative AI because we are in the works planning to create an AI space in the Virtual Learning Center.
Okay.
So that hasn't been announced yet. Don't tell anyone. But we are, it hasn't been announced yet. But we are working on creating like a student, students who want to create AI models, large language models, for them to practice using Python and different things. In the library, in the VLC.
Okay.
I think it's going to be called the AI Learning Lab or something like that. So that's exclusive. Don't tell nobody.
There you go. Oh, and just to backtrack for a moment, let me give Beryl her flowers. So she said, like you said, you're attending ALA this year, but Beryl presented at ALA, which is American Library Association, which is our accrediting body for librarians. She presented at ALA for the past 2 years back to back. Okay. No. Okay, let's give her flowers. Okay. So she's going back again as an attendee, but Beryl makes waves in the library world.
Oh my gosh,
she does. She really does. She does a lot of great things, a lot of projects. You see, so I just wanted to highlight that. Okay, and so, but we will move on. But I just wanted to say, congratulations. I know you have other things coming down the pipeline, just really great projects. How are your experiences going?
Which one?
The ones that you are doing where the students can do their Engage UNF credits.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So by the time this airs, it'll probably be end of April. And if we are still in April, anytime in April, we are doing highlighted experiences that you can find on the library's calendar. And if you come in and you experience any of those, the experiences for April, which probably will be centered around poetry and jazz, then you can get Engage UNF points by answering a couple of questions on a survey, and you'll get some Engage UNF points.
Nice.
But if you check out the calendar, the library calendar, or look at the, what you call the screens?
Oh,
The
yeah.
screens in the
The
library.
monitors.
The monitors
by
in the
elevators.
library.
Yeah.
What do they call them? Do they call them anything? The monitors in the library, you'll see information about the April verse and rhymes, I think is what it's called. So you'll be able to experience some of those experiences and then get Engage UNF points.
Yes.
And anything else
Yeah.
happening?
So just pointing out that for those who don't know or those who are not quite sure what we're talking about, so it is a requirement that students get a certain number of experiential learning credits or points to graduate in the state of Florida now. So we have Engage UNF, which allows students to go and find volunteer opportunities or other kind of ways to get those experiential learning credits. And Beryl created an opportunity to get experiential learning credits in the library in the Virtual Learning Center.
In the Virtual Learning Center, just by watching a VR experience.
Just by watching it.
Or trying one out.
So that's a way to get some cool points
Yes.
and try out VR and, utilize the library, especially if you're already here studying. So
Speaking of that, if anybody, I have a little bit of money left, and I'm trying to spend every dime they gave me.
Oh, love it.
So if there's any VR experience for your discipline faculty or students, a VR experience that you would like to do for engagement, if they can spend $3 million on gaming center, then I can spend money for you in VR.
There you go.
So if you have anything, send me an email, libraryvr@unf.edu, and I will consider it.
Yes.
Talk to my dean about it
There you go.
and argue for you.
And our library badge is still there, it's still present. We do have several professors that, they might require it. They might use it as a source of extra credit or just to supplement some of, the writing and research that students are needing to do in the library. And the library module is still a thing that exists. And so we will be doing some updates to the library videos and refreshing both of those, the module and the badge. But that is something that students can do voluntarily to gain a badge. But also faculty, please be aware that we do have that resource. If you don't necessarily have time to bring your students to the class for instruction or have time for us to come in, if you don't want to lose classroom hours, you can have the students go and do the research badge on their own time. It takes about 2 hours to do, and it covers much of the same ground that we would cover in an instruction session. Okay.
I'm sniffling, I tell you, man, these allergies got me
The
going.
change of season is getting you.
All right, so let's talk about the VLC.
Oh,
No,
we're
that-
talking about biomedical
Oh.
resources in the library.
Oh, I thought you already did that.
No.
You didn't?
No, not yet.
Okay, I'm sorry.
So now we're going to cover some of the databases that we have that you can do on biomedical.
Oh, I thought that's what Web of Science was. Okay,
That
go
was
ahead.
for the research question of the day. And I didn't cover it in the databases. That
Oh,
I covered
okay,
It.
all right. My bad.
Yeah, see, we already did it.
I wouldn't have talked so much. I'm sorry.
It's okay. So here we are again on the database list page. You can get here from the library website by clicking on database list, which is a link next to the OneSearch search bar. And then you will go to biomedical sciences under that subjects drop-down menu. We have about 15 databases slated for biomedical science study. And so two of the really popular ones here are going to be your CINAHL Ultimate and your PubMed, also MEDLINE, but those are ones that we have covered before in other episodes. So I'm going to point out just 3 other ones that are lesser known. So first we have Jove Biology. Jove is the Journal of Visual Experiments. Okay, so this website is filled with video journals. Okay, so they are peer reviewed, but for my visual learners, you can actually go on and watch the experiments that are being studied about instead of just reading like a long, intensive article, which, I mean, you may have to do that as well, but this is another option that you can use if you are more visual, like I said. So where it says on the left, show articles, it says all. So there are going to be some that are simply, just writing, and then you can choose the with video option to see which ones have that video that supports the research that they've done. So we have Jove Biology, and we also have Jove Neuroscience. Both of those are listed under that Biomedical Sciences database. So go in and check out those databases and play around with your filters, the timelines, the authors, the institutions, and see if there's if there are resources that are beneficial to what you are working on within those 2. And then we have MEDLINE, right? So MEDLINE is similar to your standard database, right? And so it covers these particular topics: allergy and immunology, audiology, behavioral sciences, biochemistry.
Isn't MEDLINE a government?
I don't know.
Well, yeah, it says it's produced by the U.S. National Library of Medicine.
Oh, there you go. From the control vocabulary, extended back to that. Yeah. And it says the coverage is from 1946 to current. So you can look up research that goes as far back as 1946 within this area of study.
I don't think that means it's a government, though.
I don't.
So I'm not sure. I know PubMed is government, but I don't know.
PubMed is. I think if it was government, it would probably have one of those banners up there. You know how they have the banners up there?
I don't know.
And then we have, I'm going to call it CAS Finder or CAS SciFinder. This is a database that is a product from the American Chemical Society. And this actually is 3 products in one that we have. So on the database list, it'll say SciFinder Discovery. And that discovery houses the CAS SciFinder, CAS Formulas, and CAS Analytical Methods. And this one is a really cool because depending on what you're searching for, it depends on what you're searching for. So under your CAS SciFinder, you can search articles, books, and other kinds of research in chemistry and in medicine. You can search by a substance name, by a structure, by a chemical reaction, or even by the CAS number. So different things have numbers. For people who are doing deep dives in chemistry, I'm sure you understand what that means. Under the CAS Formulas section, you can search for ingredients. If you see back in 2024, I did a search for chlorine, and what came up was a list of suppliers, like local suppliers where I could go and purchase chlorine. And then you can also explore.
What are you trying to make, Lauren?
I'll never tell.
What are you trying to make? You going to buy chlorine?
I will never tell.
You got a pool?
I wish. As hot as it's about to get this summer. So yeah, and then you can explore the regulations around the chemicals that you might be searching. So that's the CAS Formulas part of the database. And then you have CAS Analytical Methods, which explores analytical chemistry methods.
This is a dangerous database.
So this is it's a loaded one. I think it's a hidden gem similar to Web of Science, where if you're not really sure what it can do to serve you, you don't really know what all is there. But for our chemistry majors or our biomedical majors, that are doing chemistry research, this one is going to be a really solid tool for you. So check that one out.
Before you go on, I do want to say MEDLINE was created and is maintained by the U.S. federal government.
Okay.
And it's also a part of PubMed.
Okay.
Yeah.
There we go.
Okay.
All right, here you go.
All right. So what I want to talk about today is not yet. What I want to talk about today is Nanome. I've gone over Nanome before, but remember I said I wanted to talk about some of the experiences that we have purchased in the Virtual Learning Center. And I'm happy to say Dr. Cecilski brought his class in
Okay.
to go through Nanome, and it worked like a charm. He has a huge biochemistry class, and he broke them in half. I have 28 licenses, so we wanted to test the system to see if we could get 28 people in a room to look at a molecule. Well, that's what he wanted.
Yeah.
And he asked me, okay, this is what he asked. And I'm very proud to say that we were able to do that. He had a molecule that he wanted to instruct his students about. And he wanted them to be, instead of looking at it in 2D, he wanted them to look at it in 3D and to be able to manipulate a molecule themselves.
Wow.
So what he did was he brought whatever molecule, I don't know anything about molecules,
Yeah.
but he brought whatever molecule he had and imported it or brought it up in Nanome, and he was standing in the center. And he said, could you please have everyone in the classroom behind me? Well, what happens is when you spawn in to the room where he is, I say spawn, that's my term, or when you VR in, or whatever you want to call it,
Yeah.
then you can place yourself on different spots in the room. So Corbin and I, Corbin being my Virtual Learning Center student assistant, we went through all 28 of the headsets, logged them in, and placed them behind his place so that they can watch. Let me tell you what Nanome is. I'm going to just read, okay? Nanome uses AI-assisted scientific co-pilot and multi-user spatial computing. And it's used in the drug industry to accelerate drug discovery. So Nanome is collaborative, bringing together students from across the same virtual environment, intuitive control by using your hands to naturally move and manipulate molecules. As an educator, you can increase student engagement, learning, and comprehension using collaborative chemical design software in virtual reality. As a student, you can get your hands-on chemistry experience that you've been waiting for through Nanome's virtual reality software. And for all of you out there who are researchers, bring your lab into the future with Nanome's industry-grade drug design software. Integrate Nanome with your scientific workflow and even collaborate with colleagues across the world because, like I say, it is collaborative. So you can bring, and because we have 28 licenses, there's no limit to how many people you can bring into the room. So he split his class in half, and we had maybe about 25 in one session, and the next session we had maybe about 18. No, not quite. Yeah, about 18. About 18 people in the next session. So I brought some pictures.
Nice.
So Andy, if you could bring them up. That's Dr. Cecilski, all laid back, and that's what he was showing his students. That's the molecule. I'm not sure what it was. And they were all in headsets. He wanted them on the computers because he wanted to see what they were looking at. So 16 of them are on computers, but the rest are in headsets, like this young lady right here. And as you can see, they're all using Nanome. And he brought his entire class in.
Wow.
I
see on the screen.
You see on
They're
the
like
screen.
in here together.
Yeah, you see all of the heads in the
Yeah.
screen. Then that's them And see him looking up, that's him looking up at it. And at one point he would point at different sections on the molecule
Yeah.
and point out what that was. And the young man on the right, it was so interesting because there's a function in Nanome where you can open up a whiteboard. And he opened up a whiteboard and was drawing a molecule.
Wow.
Right.
Wow.
So it was just, it's a great program, and we've purchased 28 licenses. So any chemistry students out there, chemistry professors who want to bring their students in
Yeah.
To play with chemistry, anyone, any other biochemistry, biomedical. I know I have a biomedical class coming in to use an anatomy program, but they're using 3D Slicer to visualize. The biomedical class that's coming in is an anatomy class, and they are bringing engineering and biology together.
Okay.
And so they create like a fix to a medical problem, and then they visualize it in VR and 3D Slicer, which is, it's a free software. But Nanome is available, and I want to continue to purchase it, so I want everyone to use it. Even
Yeah.
if you're not in chemistry, you're just curious,
Yeah.
come by the VLC.
So question, so maybe it could, like a biology student who's working on a cell, so not a particle, but a cell.
I don't, you know,
Can
I
they
know
upload that in
you
there?
can import from several different chemistry things that
Okay.
I don't know what they are,
Okay.
but he brought up a molecule.
Yeah.
So like if you're bringing up a molecule in the body that you want to study.
Right. The
Oh,
parts
and
of-
you know, after he did his presentation, then we exited the room, students created their own room, and there's a coronavirus protease, and they were manipulating the coronavirus protease, and it's already loaded into Nanome, and with several other molecules there. I haven't, you know, I'm not a chemistry aficionado,
Way
so
too long. It's been
or
too
a
long.
biology
Yeah.
aficionado, so I don't know what all the terms are, but I know what coronavirus is. So if you can pull up a coronavirus and manipulate it, so you can pull up viruses, you can pull up molecules, you can pull up chemistry elements, you can put different bonds together, you can collaborate with others who are also working in that type of science.
Question about collaboration. So can people who are remote, like they're in different locations from each other, can they be in the same space together?
Yes, because what happens when you go into the room, I mean, when you enter Nanome, you're in what they call a lobby. And say your friend in France starts a room.
Yeah.
You can create a private room, which is what we did for Dr. Cecilski's class, or you can create a public room. Or even if you have a private room, you can, when that person logs in to Nanome and they see, say, Beryl White Bing's room, they enter it, and they're in the room with you.
So they're just using one of the licenses once they enter that room.
Right.
Okay. So
Right.
if a student is like sick and they have to miss class one day on the day that they come to the VLC and they have a headset, they can.
Well, I'll tell you what Dr. Cecilski did. He input his molecule and saved it. So when he went into the room, he could download his saved molecule of what he wanted to show the students. It's a lot of functionalities that
sounds like.
we just got it.
Yeah.
So I'm not very sure about all the functions of it, but I think because it's a free program, you can download it and just use it. And if you don't have a license, you might not be able to speak or something like that.
Whatever the limitation
But like say,
is,
if the person in France has a license and they come into a room created by a licensee, then you can communicate with them
That's pretty cool.
And you can pass the hat over. Like if I'm controlling the molecule and I want you to control it, then you can give you permission to manipulate.
Oh, nice.
And so then you all will be manipulating together.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really interesting, man. Technology is something else. I'm such an early adopter.
Future.
And that's a good thing and a bad thing because,
Yeah. I mean, you've been talking about Nanome for a
I
while.
run across so many people who are really scared of AI, and I get it, but I'm just not.
It has
I'm
its
an
uses.
early adopter. I can't help myself.
It has its uses for sure.
It's a family thing.
Yeah.
Everybody in my family is early adopter.
Well, so in the next episode we're just gonna kind of recap everything. We'll be at the end of the semester.
Yes.
We've
Running
covered a
into
lot of
something.
ground. Oh my goodness, that's kind of crazy. How
We have
fast
to
things
come
are
up with
going.
something fun for the summer. Maybe
Yeah.
do some fun stuff.
Do some fun stuff. Yeah. Well, thank you for joining us for another episode. Remember, if you ever need any assistance, you can always schedule a research consultation, or you can always schedule
An instruction request.